welcome to another episode of High Frequency Convo. I'm your host, as always, Wes Hunt. This is my co-host.
Just the bar.
This is my other special guest co-host, Jinks. And this is the podcast where we spark brunch and conversation. Now, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already to the H.F.C podcast. Like, share, and subscribe to ETWTV. Like I said, we're doing a cash giveaway at 500 subscribers. The 500 subscriber, you take the picture of you being a 500 subscriber. You hit me in my DMs on Instagram, which is Wolf Hunt 718 Wxlf 718. I'm have everything in the text like always. And you show me, and I'll give you your cash app information, and I'll send you a little prize. And the same thing going for ETW when we hit to 100 subscribers. So holla at me. I mean, all the wolves to stand the fuck up. All the wolves to holla out there. Spam the comments, like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, man. Vibrate high. This episode is episode 37 for all the motherfuckers that they want to get past 9 or 3 or 2, something like that. Episode 37, you know what I mean? So, in this episode, we're talking about poverty problems, like the connection between the two. And the 3 topics are going to be addiction, maturity, and playing the victim. You know what I mean? In this episode, which a lot of this episode, the whole show started being organic, how we always talk. And somebody just put in front of fucking camera. We do shit anyway. We always have content 24/7. But me and my brother Jinks was talking. I mean, these are my 2 big bros, my blood big bros. I mean, me and my brother Jinx was talking and shit, and we just talking about the connection between like maturity and poverty. And I said, this gotta be in this fucking episode. I mean, that's why he's back for the 3rd episode, which you have some of the highest views when we're all together. So that's hope you're a good luck, John. Maybe you're Jinx for a reason. But we're gonna start it off like we usually do with a word from our metaphorical sponsors. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Oh yeah, thanks for the new subscribers. We want to make it to 300, man. We just got another 12. We think we got 290 now. So thank y'all for everybody subscribing. For real, we need to do the same show ATW. Start engaging with that. But we're gonna go jump right into it. The first clip I got, we're gonna be talking about addiction, and it comes from Fight Mediocrity. That's where the content comes from. So. But just one part is a longer video, it's like 9 minutes and 49 seconds, but I'm going to talk about the part where it says, addiction is an attempt to escape suffering. I mean, it's an attempt to escape, basically. And that's my whole point. They're going to go into, you know what we do, and talk about it on our frequency. So this is addiction, and this is the first clip from Fight Mediocrity.
By the time I went to work there, I had already been in family practice for 20 years. I'd seen a lot. And I was quite attuned to the impact of early childhood experiences on adult psychology and adult brain physiology. But I just hadn't seen the depth and the degree until I went to work down there. So really it dramatized and confirmed for me, made it very palpable how addictions are a response to suffering, and that what people need in response to addiction is not judgment and not simply symptom control. They need to be helped to heal from their trauma, because it is all about trauma.
And it's definitely all about trauma. We're gonna get into the first topic, which is addiction, and I'm gonna let y'all cook first. Why do it seems like poor people gravitate towards addiction? And since you're a special guest co-host, you can start off with John. Start off with Jinx.
One, I think it's a 50-50 thing. I think poor people, average people do it, but you know, when poor people do it, because like the lead-up said, it's due to suffering. You know what I'm saying? A lot of poverty, poorness, it's a way to escape. And honestly, I wrote that on my note. I think it's more an addiction to the substance. It's more addiction to the suffering. You know what I mean? I think some people loathe and people like to stay in the suffering. People, you know, like instead of trying to work to get out of it, they rather just sit in it and use the substance. And we all look at the substance as the addiction, but it's really the suffering that's the addiction that's causing the substance abuse. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, in my opinion, like I said, you know, people, especially in the hood that we grew up in, people that we could talk about, is we need to get out that circle. It's like an infinite circle of oh poor me, this, that.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But okay, why do you think it seems like I'm gonna rephrase the question because it's true, it's both. But I want us to stick on this because you know, rich people gravitate to it for other reasons. I'm talking about the reason the people we know, because I don't know too many rich people. So why do it seems like poor people gravitate towards this, or why would a poor person gravitate towards this?
Let me comment on one thing. Yeah, I agree. Why do poor people graduate? Flow
Answer
to
the
that?
question if you have anything to add.
No, I'm gonna tell you. This is to me. Honestly, it's the same reason a rich person does. Is suffering. Now, the suffering don't change with money, and the suffering don't change without money. It's like there's a saying that goes, right? Prevention is better than the cure. So, like, if you work to prevent it first, you know what I'm saying? It'll be good. But we move towards, like, what you talking about, drugs? Because after, like, you know what I mean? After like, you know what I mean? Yeah, substance abuse. It starts happening, and it happens gradually. It don't happen like you wake up in the morning and you say, "Yo, I'm gonna start abusing drugs because shit ain't working out for me." Shit don't be working out for you, and no matter how you try, it still don't keep working out for you. Maybe changing how you try may be the answer, but sometimes some of us think so. It becomes It becomes like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about any substance abuse. You know what I'm saying? From caffeine on to fucking crack. It becomes like, alright, I need the coffee in the morning to get up. Or I need a shot in the liquor to go to work. Or, damn, it was a rough day, I need a shot of liquor. And then, when you're not dealing with that problem, like, why do you need the shot of liquor all the time to motivate yourself, or to smoke a blunt to motivate yourself? Why do you need these things to motivate? When you ain't dealing with that, and then it could be the straw that breaks the camel back. You go to work today, they be say, "Yo, Jose, we don't need you." And you're like, damn. And you go home and you pour that bottle, and that bottle become 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got a different take on that because I don't disagree, but I believe in my opinion, and I believe what y'all saying is the after effect of the root problem, which is we was taught because long ago this is in a nutshell, and no offense because I know a lot of them, and niggas it's called high friction. I'm doing for shit right now. I'm drinking, so there's no throw shade, but I'm just gonna say the agenda as the thing that we go made us weak, and the first thing we do is to escape instead of going through the problem and acknowledging it and thugging it out and getting through it. And because the reason we going through any problem, because that's what life is. After you go through one, expect another. And if you're in another one, expect another. You just got another one, expect another one. That's how life is. You're never gonna stop. So the reason you get all these problems thrown to you is so you could grow from these problems. You could live, get tougher, and grow.
Absolutely right.
The fact that, and they knew that, so they put that shit there so you can never grow, and it makes you weak. It makes you escape. Is that they made us instant gratification creatures. Meaning like, oh man, I can't pay my rent. For that 15 minutes, you don't think about rent. You don't think about nothing.
Absolutely right.
But it's 15 minutes. And then when it's gone again, I can't pay my rent. That's what make you weak instead of yo. Let me
Absolutely right.
J.O. Let me fuck. I don't give a fuck about to sell cans and pick up bottles.
Absolutely right.
That's what it makes you do. It makes you weak. And that's what the fuck it's for. You know what I mean?
But
and for rich people, it's a whole nother thing. Let me go on before you go cut.
Right.
For the rich people, it's a whole nother thing. I believe. And that's what it goes with y'all say. No, that's what it goes with y'all say. And like, I mean, actually, it's the same thing. They made them weak. They're financially strong. Yeah, you're right. Same thing.
Yeah, because let me think. I'll say. Let me say that. I say this right. Understand this. Like I was saying, I forgot who I was saying the roses, right? Yo, when you ain't given the manual on how to fucking go left, you gonna keep going right. So it's like it's not so much to me like the individual is weak. I believe I'll go along with 5% teaching. 85% of the people are going to be sheep off of the natural back, right? So these people need guidance. But knowing that the higher ups know that, they don't give them the proper insight for when they can become. Because I agree, every challenge that you encounter in life is to make you not a better physical being, a better spiritual being.
To make you stronger. To
make you better, right? To help you grow. But when you don't, but when you're not taught that, when you don't understand, that's what you're going through, and you're not taught the ways to fucking and you're not taught the proper ways to do things, like, you know what I mean. That you go to even with people that go to church, they go to church, and the church is still not giving them the proper ways of handling their situation.
Fuck their agenda could be from the parents, but the parents still motherfuck shit themselves, so they can't even.
That's what I'm saying. 85% of the people are followers.
Let me elaborate on that too. But like Russ said, 'cause I agree with both of y'all, but I just want to clarify something. Like Russ said, like a problem is a problem. Rich, poor, even the powers that be. Everybody has fucking problems.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, reuse. I don't know when this came about, but I think it's a human thing. I think it's a human nature thing.
Now.
You know, I think always been.
I think it's always been. I think it's always been.
I know what you're gonna say, so I don't want to say that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, finish your shit first.
Like, you know, I think substance abuse always been, like I said, some form of fashion. Like, whether it's the littlest thing in the world, it can be food. People abuse food because they depressed.
It don't gotta be substance.
Yeah, it's abuse.
That's what I'm saying. Any kind of abuse, whether caffeine,
advice that you
food, doesn't matter.
Whatever. Yeah,
that's what I said, because, like I said, we can use substances and not abuse it. People who abuse it is different. Like, somebody can have a drink every day and it can be looked at as abuse. But a person who has a drink every day and a drunk is two different people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So, can I add something to what you said? Was it as rampant as now? Without the push.
No, because I think probably is at a high level. You know
exactly.
That's a big cause.
I would disagree with that. I'll be like, hey,
was it as rampant? Meaning like rapid push, meaning like percentage wise? Because I never say nothing's ever 100% in my mind.
No,
I always talk about the majority. What's the majority? All those fiend shit, and we go back in since I'm talking about from ancient to now.
Okay, no. We like history, right? You know what I mean? If you would take your mind back in every aspect of time, right?
I'd like to move on from the subject.
What you're seeing is what it's always been. It's just always in a different form. You go back to motherfucking ancient Rome. You go back to the 50s and the 40s and the 30s. When you look out, when you watch the like, you know what I'm saying, when the people that came over on the ships, the first immigrants coming over to America on the ships, and they living in Manhattan, Lower East Side, and all of them shits. It was complete poverty. The first thing, you know what I'm saying? People are thinking now they're not. Without the proper guidance, people was doing anything possible to eat. So I believe that it's always been a level. It's always been like this.
Use a peyote, you know. People all got something to abuse to escape. I don't know why he wants to escape.
With the term winos didn't come about in our time. In our time,
niggas are making potatoes and using wine, and like I said, like it's been a possibility. I think we should instead of usage and abuse are two different conversations, because I think usage always been around. I'm talking about the abuse. Like I said before,
that's what the whole shit is about.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like even much as how much bud niggas smoke, which is a lot, we know like real smoked out weed heads, like that give weed a bad name. Like niggas that look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's simple as weed, we know niggas who smoke stoves, and we know niggas who just give stoves a bad name. Cigarette, like you know.
I know, it's like
you know what I'm saying? Like
drugs is always gonna make you worse. Like I know, and
the usage of it. Like I said,
you can step this up before we go to the next one, because
you know.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, I'm about to say exactly what you just said. Anything in excess is bad. You can drink too much water is bad. You work out too much, you look like a fucking radar, your face will pop. You can't do nothing too fucking much.
My nigga Italian muscle, that nigga lost all that weight, like I'm tired of that shit. That shit was killing him.
I mean, too much anything is bad. You drink too much water, you start feeling sick. So you get too much air, you won't be able to breathe. So that anything too much is bad.
You know.
But hold up, let's pivot to the next one, man. What's the different forms addiction takes besides drug influenced ones?
What you mean in different forms?
I could cook first on this one to let y'all know where you're going. What's the different forms, meaning like besides drugs? Like I said, besides being high, what you call it? Like you could be addicted to being depressed. You could be addicted to you could be addicted to being lazy. You could be addicted to money. You could be addicted to pussy. You could be so like I could go on an addiction you could take. You could be addicted to video games. You could be so like. And that's like the addiction form. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about certain things. Like I'm just gonna talk about like being being depressed for what you call it, because it goes on with the topic. And I figured this out a long time ago. And y'all can do your research, because people with PhDs and more fucking accomplished than me say it. Many of them, all of them, like people literally live for being depressed. It feels like home to them. It feels comfortable to people to be anxiety. Trust me, because it's all they know. And remember, anything change is different. Anything change makes you feel uncomfortable. So as uncomfortable being depressed feels, getting out of that comfort zone and doing the things to take you out that depressed state feels way more uncomfortable to certain people. So being depressed, some people is addicted to being you ever, like for instance, I know everybody knows this. You ever just go to work or just go to you see somebody that consistently, these motherfuckers is always in a bad mood. Like you always think like, why y'all niggas never in a, it'll be a girl like God. Why y'all niggas never be yo good morning? Yo never like always. That's a person that's addicted to being depressed. You got people that's addicted to being worried. You got people it's the addiction shit. What their fucking agenda did is made niggas addicted to every
psychotics, like
thing. We all fucking lunatics. I don't want to cook too much, but y'all know where I'm going.
Yeah, so I'm just remember you said that addiction shit just now. Like even to being paranoid, first I thought about it was our mother.
Yeah, paranoid.
You know what I'm saying? Like that should become psychotic. You know what I'm saying? That's all that grown as we is, and our mother still act like we fucking little kids. You know what I'm saying? And it may come from a good place. It sounds bad, but anything like you said in excess is you start to think like something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like
it starts making her anxious.
yeah, it starts making you anxiety.
You won't be able to sleep.
Yeah,
and
you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Don't drink no caffeine, but you got mad energy. You can't sleep. Your brain is always racing. You fighting with your blood pressure, and for what? It's shit that you're making up in your head. Shit you crazy. You watching news and negativity and everything is bothering you and fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think in our world that we live in, like I said before, New York City is a place of just complete depression. And a lot of people come here and say that.
World.
No, it's definitely. But I'm just saying, we know a lot of people that come from out of town that's like, damn, New York people's unhappy as fuck.
No, they be grumpy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go outside, good morning.
Because everything, because you know,
I don't know what, it's an expensive world and it's a very difficult city to be.
But I want you to answer that.
Speaking from our culture, so you know, to elaborate, because we know New York City, and for what people say,
because it's a constant, movement, and it's a constant movement. You ain't got ain't no minute of rest. But you know what I'm saying, deep.
But add to that. Before you go into the shower, I want you to ask that you can touch on that. What's the different forms that you be in different forms of addiction, like depression? What you call that? Like how? Why do you think people will become addicted to being in them kind of states?
It's a very
literally addicted, like almost a heroin
easily explained.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's never really addicted to the situation. Like, check it. I don't think nobody's addicted to the depression, nor do I think nobody's addicted to the cigarette, nor do I think nobody's addicted to the alcohol and marijuana. What they're addicted to is the habitual it's like
you said the other day that the brain wave, what's it called again? The makes you feel good. It's like what weed and shit.
The endorphins that's in the brain. Yeah, it's the habitualness of it.
That should make you feel like at home.
Human beings are creeping.
Hold on, let me just 2 seconds. I just learned this recently. 2 seconds, I'm gonna get you back on. He literally say, and I literally am victim of it.
Yeah.
People will be like, people's used to that. It's called the mother syndrome. When you even used to that. When you're depressed, the reason you're depressed, literally, is you looking for people. They call it I don't want to make the wrong name, but it's like a metaphorical pat on the back. Like, oh, you look for people to be like, you okay? Because when they do that, you get endorphins from that. That in itself is a drug. I didn't just learn that recently. I'm like, yo, oh shit. So like, when people are sad, they look for people like, yo, you okay?
We show episodes of ID Channel where people poisoning their kid just to get sympathy. They poison them to get the doctor to fix, poison them just to get sympathy. So as sick as that, I mean, that's the extreme version, but that's what you try to say on a small note. Like, people love sympathy. Sympathy is an addiction.
But so you can explain it easily. Go ahead. You saw.
It's habits. Fucking easy. That's it. Yo, blow. It's not motherfucking. This is not rocket science. We ain't building a rocket to get to Mars. Human beings are creatures of habits. Anything you do for 30 days becomes habitual. Simple. You drink for 30 days, you're going to start liking liquor a lot on the 31st day. Same with marijuana, same with anything. You stay depressed for 30 days, you become comfortable within the state of depression on the 31st day. On the 32nd day, it's normal to you. On the 33rd day, you being depressed is normal. So the nigga who comes to work on the 34th day, who be like, yo, what's going on? Hey, everything is good. That's why he's like on the 34th and 33rd, because he's become used to living in that habitual state. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If you come home every day and you kiss your fucking girl, every day you walk through the door, you kiss your girl. Every day for 31 days, you're gonna kiss your girl. It's a ritual. It's habitual. It's habitual. You wake up every morning. The first thing you do is get up out the morning and brush your teeth. That's what you're gonna do for 31 fucking days.
Back at something. It's a bonus question. You gave me this question, basically, without giving me the question. Which one do you think is worse? Substance, drugs, or
both of them?
All the other.
All of them.
All,
because when you realize, I'm gonna tell you why.
Before you tell me why, which one you said both of them? Which one do you think is worse?
I think
I don't know.
The depression, sadness.
And I'm gonna tell you why I think both. And I'm gonna
I agree with John, and I'm gonna tell you why I think John.
Let me
go first.
Let me tell you why I think it's both. Why?
And it's not by a lot. It's not by a lot.
No, that's why it's difficult, but if I have to pick one.
The reason why I think it's both is because both of them is doing the exact same thing. Releasing endorphins in your mind and giving you a chemical release in your brain. You don't have to use the drug to get the chemical release. Like you just said, it could be somebody patting you on your back or whispering in the ear. It could be anything. It could be a girl kissing you on your fucking cheek. It's going to release because you're busting a nut. Anything. It's going to release endorphins in your mind. So those chemical reactions could come from a physical drug, or it could come from you doing it to yourself. One way or the other, it's still it's you.
But
it's you.
You want to go first?
The reason why I think we saying that for one simple scientific analogy is cause and effect. So for me, it's the cause is always, I don't give a fuck if you're rich, poor, successful, not successful. It could be the richest, most successful, highest, running the world ass nigga. could be suffering with some kind of disease, and now he's abusing something because of the disease. Or he got something happen to him as a child, and he doesn't matter how successful he is, he's still abusing the substance because of that. So I think the cause is some sort of depression, something that happened to you, and the effect is maybe substance or whatever else it is. You know what I mean?
That's why I said it's you.
Hold up.
It's you.
Hold up. And I agree. Everything's you. That's everything. But can I rap what you said in the boat? Can I rap what you said in the boat? What the nigga said in the boat? What he just said, and I'm rapping the boat. The reason I and we think, because you just said it, I'm just gonna rap in the boat. The reason we think that let's coin a phrase for it. Let's say spiritual abuse is worse than substance abuse, right? Because substance abuse is a physical thing. Even though it's attracts mental depression. You know, I know a lot of depressed. I know a lot of anxious. I'm still fighting into this day.
OCD.
I still suffer with certain things like that to this day. So I understand. But I understand it, and I work on things to change. Do you know how hard it is for people to acknowledge they even have a depression problem? They just think, you ever heard somebody say, you gotta stop doing this. That's just me. What the fuck? Like, that's just you being the like, that's insane. They literally think, no, that's just me. You're you and I'm me. I'm like so cool.
Because you have to.
That's when you don't even know.
Most people don't know they have a problem. It's to know that you have a problem. Most people don't know that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
The reason I say that's so much more dangerous. The reason I say much more dangerous, I'm gonna compare it to this. Drugs is physical slavery where you're getting whipped, and you know our masters around, and that shit we talk about is mental slavery. Everything we free like now. Like everything is free because your body, fuck, work and shit like that. But we even more trapped than we was when we slaves. Now I'm like, so like that's what that shit is. Cause you walking around never knowing.
Fun fact. Not everybody was happy to be free when they were slaves. Contrary to popular belief. You think everybody like, yeah. I think it's like, what the fuck? Like,
that's a fact.
I'm used to this shit. Like,
they was used to it.
That's what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? So as crazy as that may sound,
no, it's happening. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. And the thing about it is this: if you don't give somebody, like I said, if you're gonna go, and I love to go along with teachers, and at some point I will graduate to another understanding. But for now, if you take the fact that 85% of the population is sheep, right? If you take that, when you become free, or even if you have a problem, most of these people don't know they have a fucking problem. Yeah. And the thing about it is when you've been given the wrong manual. So now, like you just said, if your parents were sheep, they're not gonna know. So, and if your friends are sheep, they're not gonna be able to help you. And then when you be given, and now if you a God-fearing individual who believe in the Bible, I'm God-fearing, you going to fucking church, it's not helping you either because it's not giving you the proper insight and guidance to free yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, boom, check it out. You gotta you know what I'm saying, we men, we fuck, have sex with girls, right? Alright, boom, you got the chick, you got the man. He got on top of he boom, 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 boom. He was done. So yeah, you had a good time. Sure, you're like, no. Because just because you got a dick and she got a pussy don't know you know how to fuck. You gotta know how to fuck. So that means you have to have like the script book. The playbook, you know what I'm saying? The knowledge, right?
Vice versa.
So, vice versa. Vice versa. Right, it's the same
fucking thing. But you have the knowledge, man. You have to have the knowledge of anything, man.
So without the knowledge, the proper guidance, these people are always going to be lost. You know what I'm saying? That's what this show is for.
And knowledge of self, back to another teacher let me know, knowledge of self is very fucking important.
Well, not knowledge of self, nigga, is you can't have knowledge of nothing else. You have to understand who you are, because if you don't know, you're going to fall for anything.
Negative or positive.
I'm gonna give you a jewel, man. Y'all doing the world and your family and every one of y'all loved ones injustice if you don't try to make yourself the best person you can be. By you making your best person, which people call selfish, man, you making yourself the best person, not forgetting your people, you just forgetting people you're a bitch. But by you making yourself not only financially, spiritually, mentally, in every way, you become a better person for everybody around you. If everybody just do that, become the best person you can fucking be, you become a better person.
Not only financially, just strength.
It's everything.
You know, I'm in a situation right now where somebody's showing a lot of strength. And you know, another person is not showing a lot of strength. So strength is very, very, very important in life. Like we said earlier, Wesley was saying earlier, you know, having that strength, having that growth of learning, being in situations and growing from it is very important. You know, it's not always financial. Some people think, like we said, it could be a higher power that's struggling. So just the strength to go through anything. You know what I'm saying?
What about was y'all ever addicted to anything? If not, why? Or if y'all wasn't, why not? So if y'all was ever addicted to anything? If y'all was, why? If y'all wasn't, why not? Was y'all ever, let me answer this first and go, because y'all went, this will be quick. Was I ever addicted to anything? That's hard to say because there's things I did in religion that I wanted to do, but I could go without it. It's nothing that I ever really I think I needed. Like I go to work right now and I go the whole day 1 in the beginning, 1 in the end. And I mean I go 8 hours and now he's feeding for it. So it's like. I mean, like, I don't know if I was.
We have bad addiction problems, all of us, and it's not. If we talk about addiction to our substance, you don't have addiction problems.
Hold on, yeah, you're right. I did have a lot of OCD shit.
We ain't know about a lot of fucking.
Yeah, I did have a ton of addiction problems. I still my substance again, of course. Yes, yeah, I did have what I call spiritual addiction problems.
Yeah,
tons of them. I just said them. I said I was like OCD.
I don't know if it's a Sagittarius thing. I don't know if it's a black thing. I don't know if it's a pop thing. But
keep it real, man.
Like I said, it don't have to go about, like I said, like, you know, some people chase money, some people did, some people drugs, but I know us and my brothers, we very, very, when we own something, like, you know what I'm saying? If Larry go try to learn a beat, he gonna kill himself before he find out how to make beat making, because that's what he's obsessed with. Bust is the same way. Bust is,
tell all this.
If he go to work out, he gonna turn to the best workout nigga. If he's gonna play football, basketball, he gonna work the hardest. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm the exact same way. Like, we get obsessive, like, compulsive. Like I said, it don't have to be always negative. Sometimes certain things is good obsessions, if you want to label it that. But
nah,
I just think it's a trait
to the right thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You become addiction for something that's positive.
They say that too, like in recovery. If you know your recovery math, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to cipher your addiction into something. Drawing, art, working out. You know what I'm saying? Helping people out. Fucking. Soup kitchen type shit. Like you know what I mean? Channel that fire that you have, because that's basically what it is. That fire that you gun hole over into something that maybe could be beneficial for you or someone else. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know we really tough on that. So yeah, hell yeah, I have the questions. Hell yeah.
I don't think that's an addiction. I think that's obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah,
definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now. It's like right now. Nigga, I have obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm following
every day or 6 o'clock.
You know what I mean? It's OCD. I don't think that shit is. You know what I mean?
It's a form of addiction, though.
But it don't be negative.
It's not negative addiction. We using, but I did have negative addiction. And the reason I got over the negative addiction because I don't want to always go to the problem. I want to say how I got over it.
We had some of those too.
Yeah, I told you OCD, anxiety, I labeled it, so that's how I was wrong. Yeah, I did.
So you gotta know if it's hurting or helping. That's what you try to say down to yourself. You gotta know if it's hurting.
Going back to topic, question 1, nigga, you gotta realize that I got a problem. That's what I said. That shit's so dangerous. And the thing about it is, I'm keeping G with you. It's scary as fuck to realize you got a problem that you may be I had anxiety attack in the shower once. That's how I realized I had anxiety. But I'm really, we lost fucking work. Got to do this. I had that shit in my mind. Like, and it was hot showers, summertime. It was too much, and I called it like a fucking panic attack almost. Like, man, real shit. Like, I had a stuttering problem. I had to slam the phone 10 times and do a knock on the wall and whole bunch of. But you have to realize that I had to start testing myself. Like, okay, if I don't knock on this wall, nobody's gonna die. Let me test this theory. And it's scary as shit. You gotta have courage to beat these depression, anxiety, laziness, and. Laziness is another thing, and we're gonna go to that, and that's all part of the playing victim situation. So I'm not gonna go to that right now. But anybody want to give me any last fucking kind of words, or anybody some words of advice on this addiction problem, poverty problem? I'm saying the hood, this poverty problem.
Well, poverty.
Not poverty problem, the addiction problem.
The addiction problem. And
substance or spiritual.
The addiction starts with you. You're addicted not to the drug, the habit of it. And when they try to tell you, see, this is my problem with most of these so-called psychiatrists. I'm getting it. These psychiatrists and these people is that they weighing too much on the person getting off the drug when it has nothing to do with drug. But I understand why they do that. They're doing that because they need the person to keep coming back. It's not the fucking drug. It's the fucking habitual use. It's a habit. We are creatures of habit.
So how? So what would you tell somebody? What would be your last words?
You have to realize it's you. You have to realize it's you, and you have to gain control of yourself. Yo, listen, if you gotta get off fucking cocaine or crack, and the best way for you to get off of it, well, I can't be around nobody to do it. Then you ain't really off of it, nigga.
So what would be your last words? On this type of addiction.
On top of what I said before, like I agree with
substance.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, spiritually and substance abuse, like I said before, you gotta have knowledge of yourself. You gotta understand if it's a problem or not. Some people could use cocaine and function. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't. So you gotta know where you fall in that. If you using cocaine and you lost your crib, you lost your car, you lost your wife, you lost your kids, you might have a fucking problem.
It ain't for you.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta figure out on that end on the drug abuse. The same thing with something as hard as working hard. Somebody's got 3 jobs. Like if you're doing that, but you're not seeing your kid, you're not seeing your wife, and you went through a
Then
divorce,
you doing something wrong.
you're doing something wrong too, bro. So you gotta find. It's a fine fucking line of going overboard. You know what I'm saying?
My last thing is simple, man. Nobody know you better than you know you. So
you gotta know you.
So the thing about it is you gotta know you. Are you doing this because you want to do it, or you doing this because you need to do it?
Real quick, live issue, and listen to the ones closest to you, man. Because sometimes they give you advice and we ignore it. You know, I know nobody knows you but you, but sometimes people around you know you almost as well.
No, of course.
And you gotta take heed to that because sometimes we tend to block.
No, I'm not talking about in that kind of
No,
sense.
I know, but I'm just elaborate because somebody might take that the wrong way and just be, you know, I'm stubborn. So listen, because that's what helps me grow. It's what helps everybody grow. We all listen to each other all the time. Right?
The whole thing is that, like, for substance, if you have to see if one thing, man, if you want to do it or do you need to do it. You gotta balance those two today. Do I want to do this? Is this I like smoking weed or I like drinking liquor or I'm shaking and I need to get this before I lose my mind. Then you may want to balance. It is for spiritual. The way you spot it is when you keep doing something destructive over and over and over again, and this thing that you're doing destructive over and over and over again is almost completely the same thing over and over again because it's a test. That means you keep failing. It's something you're supposed to learn from. That's something you're not supposed to be doing. If it keeps bringing bad results and negative results, that's something you may need to fucking change. That's an obvious thing of, yo, I'm bugging the fuck out. Like you said, okay, yeah, I'm sleeping in this club, I lost my fucking house, lost my family, I'm bugging the fuck. That is like, these are the clear tell signs.
Yo,
you don't do that.
Clear tell signs. They got to that point, the house is on fire, burning down.
Of course. I was just saying, but that does I say, it can't get no clearer than that. Say, I'm talking about for the sheep. So you miss all the regular signs.
Everything.
But these are the clear signs. But life ain't over, so you lost your house and your family. Okay, cool. Life is still over. You still have to shit to move. That means you fucking end up in a junkie house and now you sell your car and you end up like that nigga from the Temptations. Like you have to stop it at some point. So you have to know you. Nobody knows you more than you know you. You have to know when enough is enough. On both. Do I need it for the substance or do I just want to do it? Can I control it? If I have to fucking go 2 months without it, if I have to, for some reason, can I do it, or am I gonna be losing my mind? Like, is it hurting me? So you have to balance yourself. All this process, to sum it up, you have to fucking think. People got a problem thinking. People hate thinking. That's why niggas distract themselves all the time with phones and TV and this and that and parties. Niggas cannot sit quiet with their thoughts for nothing. Because niggas will be scared to see what they fucking think. But we're gonna go into the next topic, which is maturity.